All right, here we go. All right, hey y'all. We here at Los Padrinos once again, running AORP classes. Today we had a pretty big class today, and fortunate today that we all was here together. So it was a perfect match. So I'm let Miss Yvonne and Dahabu talk about how things went today and what did they get from it. So first of all,
Uh,
Miss
we
Yvonne.
had a Kufan said, we had a pretty big class today. I think we had about 16 to 17 juveniles, and it was a good program. Not too many disruptions, but I felt that they really grasped what we were came to communicate with them about decisions and sharing different tools about criminal gang addictive behavior and criminal lifestyle. And I think they really connected based on all three of us from three different perspectives, me and Kafwan being Sellies, and now coming back to to pay it forward to let them know certain choices that we made got us in certain situations or circumstances. And I think they really connected that. And then Miss Yvonne just sharing that from a mother who has experienced her sons being in juvenile hall, penitentiaries, and just that whole gamut, connecting it together. So I really felt that they felt it. They got a lot from it, and it was powerful. I feel it was impactful.
Absolutely. I stand here and it's just a blessing to be with both of them because I was listening to their story and I didn't really realize how much they had really been through. And what we don't know is what they really go through when they're in here. But having two brothers come in and just that was sellies and just tell them the truth, no faking, no shaking, just real and raw. I was able to step in and just give it from a mother's point of view and ask, how many of them have mothers and what do they think they're going through or what do they think they do? Some of them said, one of the guys said he didn't have a mother, he had an auntie. So I told him, when you look at him, you should be grateful for yours. I said, how many went to court? Some of them raised their hand and went to court. But I said, so what do you really think your mother's doing right now? Some of them said work, some of them said looking for a lawyer, but they didn't really realize the pain
And some of
they
them said getting
bring.
high too.
Yeah,
Though.
some of them
Keep
said
it
their
real.
mama
Some
was
of them
getting
said
high. Yeah, some of them
crack,
said the
whatever.
mama was on crack, and
So,
some of them said that they didn't have one. But when I came back and I thought to myself, I was like, wow. I'm just grateful to be with these two powerful brothers and being able to understand, not walking in their shoes, but having a clear understanding on how we need to come and represent on the ground with our take off running. We don't have no time no more. You can't be doing just events. You got to come up in here, make it real and raw so we can change the dynamics of how our children are not to be in here. That's what I got to say as a mother's voice. It was amazing. I mean, amazing, amazing, amazing.
And then I want to share one last thing. These are our youth. I feel paying it forward to me is so important because I was here. I was tried as an adult at 16. And I know my experiences from if I would have had some direction and information and maybe someone who are giving it real, raw, and uncut, I think it could have narrowed my learning curve to navigate through life. And one of the young men shared when we were leaving, he said, so what if you want to get out the gang and it ain't that easy to stop it? And what I told him, my answer to that was not saying that you just cold turkey. That's just like an addict saying he gonna stop alcohol or stop drugs or whatever he's doing. I said, just think about the decisions and the choices that you make, and you can still be from your neighborhood or where you're from, but it's about how you live, making different choices and behaviors. If you go get a job or you helping people in your community, you're changing the culture of your community and how that looks as a so-called gang banger. You're a gang member who is uplifting your society by just making better choices and still being from your neighborhood. We all love where we from, where we grew up. That's what kind of cultivated us and made us, but we do it in a different way now. We give back to our community. We love our community. We take care of our kids, and we do things different and make those choices, those behaviors don't have to be in a way a negative way. We buy back our community. If this is from your neighborhood, let's buy back the community.
Yeah, to chime in on that, it's about helping them make better decisions. You can be where you from. You can be, you can paint where you from. It's about making better decisions about it. It's about understanding the end results, understanding that conflict resolve, respect. Honor for yourself, understanding the struggles of your community, and how to uplift your community. Towards you know um,
Higher elevation.
higher education, higher elevation, higher, peace, like um, non-aggression agreements. They need to understand what that means. Like, some of these communities haven't been at war in 5 years. You're not that mad. So these are the times that we need to teach our youth about conflict resolve, about coming to understanding, that all battles ain't worth fighting, and some battles have outlasted themselves. Some communities haven't been in conflict, but it's just the status quo that's keeping it going, and that's what I read here with the little disrespectful terms and stuff that the kids are using, not understanding. But when I was able to point it out to them, the consequences and the difference of being in prison and being where you at with the terminology that you guys are using, because you do it on social media, you do it in life, but in prison we're not able to do that. You ain't gonna say tramp nothing. You ain't gonna say nap nothing. You ain't gonna say slob nothing. You ain't gonna do none of that in
Grab
prison.
nothing.
You ain't gonna do none of that.
You gonna get your head bust open.
Right, so that's what we're trying to get them to understand here, because a lot of them are in the rooms together anyway already. So why should we have to force the system to make us coexist
and correct your behavior.
and correct your brother under confinement, and then when you get out, you go back to destruction? It doesn't make sense. So we have to make it make sense. So we're going to continue to come and continue to share our voices with these kids, and hopefully help them make the right decisions when they get out. And for those that's unfortunately going to the prison system, help prepare them to be able to survive in that atmosphere, because it's a total different atmosphere. And we also are waiting for others to join us as well, man. So if you if you're not 290, you don't have no 290s on your jacket, you can come and join us.
Tell them what 290 means.
290 means any sex cases or anything like that. You pretty much disqualified. We can't accept it.
And if you have a heart to give back and pay it forward to your community, to come in here and be the light, show these, lead some in a different direction. Come on out and help us. We need, because the youth are our future. We all know that. Any revolution, we need the kids to buy into it and push the revolution forward to a betterment, uplifting our community, higher vibration, honoring our body temple, putting the right things in, working out, doing all of those good things to shine and honor God.
Yeah. I want to say one thing. I want to say every time I look at these two, I be like, man, I cannot believe from the tragedy that was in my life that I'm standing with two that was different places but together in the cell, and look at the harmony and the love that they share and come back into this community. But I also wanted to say that, I hear people all the time say these little kids, when you get in here, you get God. I was standing against the wall while they were doing the opening and talking about games and all kind of stuff, because that's their place, that's not mine. But what I saw was the kids was paying attention. They were searching for this. They were looking for this. And then when we said, like, how many need prayer? The officers and even the people standing on the wall needed prayer. So we need y'all. We need you guys. That's, like he said, buy back our community. Well, come support our community. Come change the system as we know it, and stop letting so many of us go in there, but a lot of us come out. But I learned something today. I heard Bernard say that he had did 30 years, right? But he said in the conditions of the 30 years, he did him in jail, right? So what age do you come out in, and how do you start over again? that was shocking to me, because when you come out, everything is systematically changed. That's why we have these brothers right here to say, I've been through it, I've been out here, and I'm going to help you get through it.
Right.
I got into this by prayer because they let me in, because I wanted to voice my voice from my son that's not here, and other mothers to come in here with me so we can talk to them, because they have the know-how and the experience, but we have the heart, and they have the heart now to regroup and revamp what they tore up.
Yeah.
So it's a blessing.
Yeah, the re-education.
We need y'all.
Yeah, so you guys just can tap in. We do have a orientation process coming up, man, where we're gonna invite you guys to come out, and we can show you exactly what it is that we're doing in there, and do like a little orientation. So stay tuned for that, man. Until then, man, we gotta teach the kids, man, and have a safe weekend. You know, this is the weekend that, unfortunately, on 9/11 is the day that my wrongful conviction case had happened. So I'm gonna pay respects by paying it forward, you know, and honor that by paying it forward, so that the next kid won't be the kid that I was on 9/11, 1991. All right, you guys.
Amen, amen.
Peace. Volunteers.